Honest couple communication, especially between husband and wife, is essential for creating connection and lasting joy. But should you be able to say just whatever you want to your mate? I've always tried to be careful what I say to my own beloved. But many folks, mostly women it seems, but some men too, believe you should just be able to say whatever you want to your mate. They call it just being honest. On the other hand, some are too careful. They worry about what they say because they're trying to get a particular response from their partner. And actually, that's manipulation. I've never seen that work to create a true connection in any relationship. Hello, I'm Dr. Debbie, and I've been helping men, women, and couples grow together for more than 25 years. Now it's your turn to learn what I learned and taught as a couples counselor and university professor. You are the wise woman, and this is your personal development podcast packed with instant encouragement and practical tips. And men can learn about women too, because this is a safe place where women are valued and men are respected. We talk about biology, socialization, behavior, emotions, communication, and connection, because men and women are different. Always have been, always will be, and that's a very good thing. As a couple psychologist, I watched both extremes, letting it all out and tiptoeing around. The saddest thing about that, most don't even realize what it is they're actually doing. So, here are my 5 reasons for being careful what you say. Number 1, words can hurt. Think before you speak. Could what you are about to say be experienced as attacking, blaming, or criticizing? Just because your feelings are hurt does not give you the right to hurt someone in return. You know that saying, 2 wrongs never make a right. A counterattack will not get you the response you're hoping for when you were hurt, but it will get a defensive response from the one who hurt you. Consider these 2 options and how you would respond to each. What you just said really hurt versus, you're such a jerk. Now do you know what I mean? Number 2, words can heal. Be kind and gracious toward one another. You may have heard that saying that hurt people hurt people. Consider what might be behind the other person's behavior. Chances are he's acting defensively by being offensive, just like I warned you against doing. If you're partnered with someone you really love, it's probably because you really like the person he normally is. So if he's behaving in a way that's out of character, it makes more sense to assume he has a good reason for that. Not an excuse, mind you, but a reason. Why not find out what it could be? You might say, "You seem really tense today. What's happening?" If you don't get an answer that makes sense, you can follow up. "Okay, I'm sorry I burned the toast, but it seems like it's more than that. I care about you, and I'm here if you want to talk about whatever else seems to be going on." Then stop talking. Go on about whatever you would be doing under less stressful circumstances, remaining open to hear what's troubling him when he's ready to talk about it. Please know that I'm not talking here about anyone who is in an abusive relationship. That requires a different strategy altogether. If you're not sure about whether or not you're in an abusive relationship, check out the Domestic Violence and Abuse Questionnaire. I'll put the link in the description below. And if you are in an abusive relationship, please seek the help of a local mental health professional who can help you decide the next steps that are best for you. Number 3, words can curse. Assuming the worst about your mate and saying it aloud is essentially the same as pronouncing a curse upon him. Trust me, you do not want to speak out that kind of potentially self-fulfilling prophecy. You know you're cursing if you start your sentences with "you always" or "you never." It's also wise to be aware that saying those things to your friends or relatives within earshot of your spouse, or even when he's not around, still register as curses. I think that's at least part of what Proverbs 14 means when it says, "The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down." We could say, "With her own tongue the foolish one tears hers down." Number 4, words can bless. In Ephesians 4, verse 5, Paul's admonition to speak the truth in love does not give you permission to tell your mate everything you think is wrong with him in a really nice voice. I believe what Paul means is that you should speak the truth about how God sees him as his dearly beloved child. In fact, the most important thing you can do for your mate is to learn to see him as God sees him. Jesus loves him as the man he is, as well as the man he is becoming. Let's partner with that. Number 5, words can create. What we think, and especially what we say, impacts the world around us. And that includes the people you love, as well as the people you don't love. Many believe the world is in more trouble than it's ever been. So use the creative power of your words to make the world a better place. Here are a few more words from the Word about words and reasons to be careful what you say. Genesis 1 verse 3 says, "And God said, 'Let there be light,' and there was light." Deuteronomy 32 verse 3 says, "I will proclaim the name of the Lord. Oh, praise the greatness of our God." Isaiah 55 verses 10 and 11 say, "As the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." So remember, your words have the power to hurt, to heal, to curse, to bless, and to create. What will you choose? Thank you for listening to this episode of A Wise Woman's Guide to Men and Marriage. What did you think? Did the information raise more questions? Do you want to learn more? Head over to A Wise Woman's Guide for show notes and links to the resources mentioned in this episode at awisewomansguide.com.